Man, see, this why I be like stressed and depressed, man, cause this stuff just be coming one thing after the other, dog. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Man, it just make me wanna cry. I ain't gonna lie. I just be, oh. Any situation that's put in front of you, man, you gonna get through it. And it's that simple, man. And on top of that, I got the biggest, the baddest, the coldest, and the boldest on my side, man. That's called God, man. The man himself, man. He always got my back. He always gonna bring me through. And I'm always gonna come out on top. Cause that's just his plan for me. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody get in the midst of that. Can't nobody get in the way of that but yourself. No, always speak life into the people around y'all. Y'all don't never know what your words of encouragement or, positive words could do for the next person. So, just try y'all best to stay positive out there, man. And if you got something that's in your way, never give up, man. Just keep going, man. What's the word, birds? It's y'all boy Flu Dog with the vlogs, man. We back at it with another epic banger. If y'all new to the channel, make sure you like the video, man. Comment down below and subscribe and hit that all post notification bell, man, so y'all notified when y'all boy Flu Dog with the vlogs drop a epic banging vlog, man. So if y'all can see by the title of the video already, man, y'all already know what's going on, man. Oh, man, see, this why I be like stressed and depressed, man, cause this stuff just be coming one thing after the other, dog. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Man, it just make me wanna cry. I ain't gonna lie. I just be, oh, man, why me? Why me? You know what I'm saying? Life is crazy, man, but as long as you got breath in your body, it's a blessing, man. Just know that. So as y'all know, man, as y'all seen, y'all boy Flu Dog trying to get his CDL, man. I'm trying to get the ball rolling with that, man, but I done failed the DOT drug test, bro. If y'all don't know, man, y'all boy is Flu Doggy Dog. Flu Doggy Dog. Like, I smoke like Snoop. Like, no joke, no cap, man. I've been blowing bud for, man, I ain't gonna lie. I probably smoked my first bit of weed man, I don't even want to tell y'all because I don't even want to inspire no youngsters to do nothing silly. You know what I'm saying? But I've been smoking marijuana for a long time, man. And just smoking weed in general, bro, it's like, it's a thing. You know what I'm saying? It's very prevalent in our community, like, to smoke. But it's like, bruh, it's getting in the way of what I'm trying to do, you dig? Like, I can't even believe this for real. Like, man, like, it's slowing up my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like, smoking weed is just something that right now at this big old age, I just turned 27 this year, y'all, in October, 2 months ago. And I've been smoking weed for a long time. If y'all done seen my other vlogs, me and my moms went to Cookies all in Las Vegas. I'm in Jamaica smoking bud. Like, I'm gonna find that bud. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna smoke that weed. You hear me? And it's just right now, at this point in my life, bruh, it's like I'm too old to be letting stuff like weed and little petty nonsense like that, like, get in the way of what I'm trying to do. And it's affecting me negatively, like, and then once you weigh it all up on the scale, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do it affect me positively? You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta spend my money on it. You know what I'm saying, man? You can't get certain jobs, you high, You coming in places smelling like weed, people looking at you different. Which I really don't care about all of that, cause we in Illinois where weed is legal. You know what I'm saying? So, man, but this right here is like, if I could get this CDL, man, this stuff could change my life. You know what I'm saying? So, like, niggas been smoking weed since my daddy and them was young and before they time. You know what I'm saying? So, am I gonna let something like that, some weed that's gonna always be here, and get in the way of me bettering myself and putting myself in a better position to better my family life? You know what I'm saying? It just don't weigh up on the scale, man. You dig? So yeah, I'm salty about that, y'all. I can't start CDL school. You know what I'm saying? I can't start CDL school because I failed the drug test over some petty little weed, man. And it's daunting. Let me see what daunting mean, because I be liking to use words, but low key, I be knowing that they kind of go in a spot, but I don't know what they necessarily mean. Let me see what daunting mean. My bad. Give me 1 second, y'all. Daunting. Seeming difficult to deal with in anticipation, intimidating. So this is a daunting thing for me. You feel me? This is intimidating for me to be able to stop smoking marijuana, man. It's intimidating because I never just had to stop. You know what I'm saying? And you see me scratching my neck, I feel like a crackhead, bro. I feel like a hype. You know what I'm saying? But you just gotta put that stuff past you. You know what I'm saying? If y'all still tuned in, make sure y'all like the video, comment down below, and subscribe, man. Join that FB family, man. We dropping bangers on bangers on bangers. But no, in all actuality though, like, I really did fail a drug test, man. I don't smoke weed no more. I'm probably about 2.5 weeks in clean. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel no different, to be honest. I'm still the same dude. I'm still me. You know what I'm saying? I went to the tobacco store and bought me a hookah. You know what I'm saying? The little hookah setup. And I be smoking that sometimes when I'm feeling super urgy. But I personally really don't care about not smoking, because I know that my goals and stuff is a little bit bigger than that. And then I just realized that I got on this hoodie for real. I just grabbed this to put it on, but it says, "My dreams are bigger than your house." You feel me? So when your goals and stuff and you got dreams, like, you can't really let stuff like that, like weed, get in the way of that. And I know there's other young men out there too that feel the same way. Like, you just smoking weed because, like, you got problems and it stress you out, and then you smoke and it kind of alleviates some of that, you know what I'm saying, some of that stress and anxiety, which is a good thing. But it's like, bro, you got to figure out different ways to try to get your mind off of them problems, because if you do got a problem, your best bet is to try to figure out the way to solve it. But in the process of solving it, it could be stressful, and that's what'll drive somebody to smoke some weed. Or it's just recreational. Like, if you really look at it and you ask yourself, like, why you smoking, like, you might take a couple seconds to think, and then you think, like, why am I really smoking weed? We done built up this habit to where we just smoking like all day long, and then you end up so unproductive and stuff like that. So you gotta supplement that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find a substitute for your smoking. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, you dig, I done start picking up some books. You dig? So I'm starting to read. This is my second book. My first book I read was The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle or something like that, I think. Great book. You know what I'm saying? I was in a joint, I was locked up, and I was reading, and then when I come home, I ain't picked up no book. Niggas do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you in there, you getting all philosophical and all of this, but then when you come home, you get back to the basics, you dig? So I was just thinking, like, man, I could read a book and stuff, and it'll take you out of your situation and kind of put you in a book. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, this is what I've been using to substitute my little stress reliever, the hookah, and reading a book. But Yeah, man. So I done halted myself up as far as the CDL go, man. But you know, thank God that I can get it right. You know, they told me that I got to do a substance abuse education class. Some people got to go through full-fledged treatment. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have a drug problem. I could just stop it like I did. Thank God. And I did, you feel me? So they told me that I got to do 9 hours of drug education class, and then I got to take another drug test, and it's gonna be observed. So they're gonna watch me pee in a cup, you feel me? And after I do that, you know what I'm saying, I can get back to it. You dig? I can get back to it. So, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna let y'all see that for real, but this what's going on with me, man. I gotta do the substance abuse professional, man. I gotta talk to my boy Tom, and that's what's going on with me, man. I'm just trying to take it one day at a time. Hopefully tomorrow or the next day I could call and get the class set up, man, and start the process. But as of right now, man, y'all boy is salty, dog. I'm salty, man. I'm sad, man. That my feelings is hurt that I let this little weed get in the way, man, of my future. It's ridiculous. But on another note, man, as long as you willing to keep going and figure out any situation that's put in front of you, man, you gonna get through it. And it's that simple, man. And on top of that, I got the biggest, the baddest, the coldest, and the boldest on my side, man. That's called God, man. The man himself, man. He always got my back. He always gonna bring me through. And I'm always gonna come out on top, because that's just his plan for me. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody get in the midst of that. Can't nobody get in the way of that but yourself. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, if y'all out there, and you know, it could be weed, you know what I'm saying, it could be whatever drug, drinking, whatever you got going on, man. If you got certain goals, man, you gotta put that down. You know what I'm saying? That stuff ain't going nowhere, man. It was bars and clubs and stuff like that, and weed and liquor and whatever else you do, all of that was there before you was even here on this earth. So if you get focused up, put yourself on the right path, you know what I'm saying, Lord knows, like, boy, I want to buy a dispensary. I want to own a dispensary. You know what I'm saying? So, man, weed ain't going nowhere, man. But how am I going to get the dispensary if I don't set myself up properly? You know what I'm saying? You know what they say, proper preparation prevents poor performance. And I did not prepare properly, so I failed it. And now I got to double back and work twice as hard. But at the same time, it ain't about nothing, because if you give up is when you fail. You know what I'm saying? And the people that win is the people that don't give up. And I'm one of those people. I will not give up for nothing. I gotta see myself. I gotta see this through. I can't wait to see it through. And I just want to tell myself, I'm talking to you personally, because I know you're going to see this in some years to come when you're doing what you're doing. I'm proud of you, man, because you're going to continue to build yourself up, and don't let nothing get in your way, man. And sometimes y'all got to talk to yourself and give yourself a pep talk, because I know that you don't have that many people around you that's going to encourage you to do better for yourself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't mind seeing you fucked up. It's funny to them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they love to talk shit, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, you gotta shit on them, and by shitting on them, you gotta do well for yourself, man. So with that being said, the only thing that could get in your way is you, and I refuse to keep getting in my way. I'm 2.5 weeks clean off of bud, man. I ain't gonna say it sucked, because I really don't care, to be honest, because I know my dreams is bigger than the weed. So you know, we gonna always be there, ain't tripping. So I'm just letting y'all in on what's going on with y'all boy, man. I can't start CDL school until I come back clean, and I'm gonna be clean probably in the next little week or two. So stay tuned, man. Y'all boy Flu Dog with the vlog. I wasn't even gonna record all this. Like I said, I talked to my cousin 50, man. He telling me, bro, this is real life, bro. This is your real life. There's people out there that done failed drug tests. There's people out there, like, you know what I'm saying? They need to see that. So, you know, shout out to Cuzzo for inspiring me to get back in my mode, man, and get back on my grind. You know, I really did need that little pep talk, man. He don't even know how big that was to me. We was fake sipping a little bit, fake you know what I'm saying, tipsy. So he probably, you know what I'm saying, I don't even know if he remember or not, but you know what I'm saying. I just want to shout y'all because I really appreciate that, man. You know, and you know, always speak life into the people around y'all. Y'all don't never know what your words of encouragement or, you know, positive words could do for the next person. So, you know, just try y'all best to stay positive out there, man. And if you got something that's in your way, never give up, man. Just keep going, man. The only way you fail is if you give up, man. It's that simple. You dig? And with that being said, man, y'all boy Flu Dog with the vlogs, man. I'm out. Make sure y'all stay tuned, man. I'm back on my vlogging, man. I'm feeling good. You know, even though I said, oh God, you know, people want to see you fucked up, but really I don't care for real. You know what I'm saying? But it's a blessing. And shout out to y'all, my haters. I love y'all the most. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like the video or dislike it, like it, comment down below. Let me know y'all here, subscribe, and hit that all post notification bell. And I'll holler at y'all on the next one, man. Love and peace.